That's what he was saying that. Yeah. He was like pushing it. He was just talking.
That's because he was trying to get with my sister.
Still, it don't matter. So he didn't bring that up until later.
If he connected the two, then that's he was trying to connect us so he could get connected with my sister.
Didn't matter.
Anyways, so that's basically how.
That's not how it happened. That's how
I met him.
That's not how we. Well,
right, because that's basically how we really met Doward. You saw me. You did not come speak to me.
In my head, I did.
He saw me. He did not come say,
we had a conversation.
Up, girl, what you doing? Like, what's your name?
So first of all,
I'm trying to holler. He did not do that.
This is how we met. What? That was so random. All right, so what?
Just be quiet. Did I make you forget?
No, you didn't make me forget. You don't have no kisses like that.
Oh, word.
Wait a minute, what was I talking about though, for real?
Yeah, I did make you
Hold up, no, for real. Oh yeah, how do we meet? Dang, see? Okay, so you think, okay, whatever. So how did we meet? Okay, so how did I meet her? Okay, this ain't no you type situation, no Netflix you where I was stalking her or nothing like that. But how it happened was she gets out of her mom's van. She got on these gray shorts. They gray booty shorts. Back in the day, that's what they used to wear. You know what I'm saying? And she gets out of the van, and I'm like, dang. I'm like, who is that? I'm watching my little cousin. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I don't know, maybe like 6 years old. He was probably like 6. Well, I was 14. Anyway, we had the basketball court. Everybody out there playing baseball. That's what the country boys used to do. You know what I'm saying? We used to play basketball. We would play football. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, Alexandria.
We played football too in the backyard.
Yeah, they did, but we never played baseball. We ain't had no space. If we would hit the ball, we would hit somebody's apartment window.
That's how we would go to the school.
Y'all still had space to play baseball in your neighborhood.
In the backyard. I feel like we would have hit somebody's house too.
Man, well, y'all even had fields to even do that. We didn't have no field to go to like that.
I miss the Easton.
Where we would have had a field to go to that was in walking distance.
Easton all day.
Anyway, I don't have none. So
he repped the E.
So I saw her and I made a connection with her. Okay, I made the connection.
I know.
We was talking to each other in my head. Okay, and I had to tell my people, man, who is that right there? You know what I'm saying? Because that girl right there, she truth. I need to talk to her. I need to figure out where she's from and who she is and what her name is. And then that's when she told me her name was Angie. And that's how
No, I didn't. Because he did not come talk to me at all. He just saw me. And then at the time... She was out there
sitting out there watching the game like she was some model or something.
At the time, I was talking to AJ. He asked AJ who I was. He told him, and he was like, he's gonna break up with me soon.
Yeah.
And AJ, if you watch it, it is what it is. We moved on. But
okay. Move on to the next question.
Yeah. So he said he was gonna break up with me. And basically, I feel like dudes will break up with me because... Why would they break up with me?
Why don't you say it?
Because I was not having sex, guys.
She wasn't having sex.
No, and they would break up with me because of that, which I really...
And I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? I was like, shoot, that's wifey material right there, for real, for real. She not out here slanging it. Well, no, that's what dudes do. She not out here giving it up. I'm like, shoot, daggone it, daggone. That's what I'm looking for real, for real. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that's going, you know what I'm saying, hold it all for me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Did you hold it all for me?
Huh?
But yes, so that's basically how he seen me. But we met how I said.
All right, whatever. Were you guys Christians before you met?
Were you guys? Yes. We were Christians before we met, but but we was not walking. That's right? Would that be right?
I mean, I got saved when I was 18. So like, I believed in Jesus, and I believed that God existed and stuff, but I was not living. I was not saved.
Yeah.
So like, I was walking, you know what I'm saying, on a path that was not a righteous path. So I was not a Christian.
We knew
per se.
who
I had an understanding of who he was,
yes.
but I was not saved. So like, when I got saved, I had called her up and was like, we gotta do this together. You remember that night? I called her and I walked her through the steps. So whether that was the time when she actually got saved or not, that was the time when she actually got saved. But before that, like I said, we was going to church. You know, sometimes I would read my Bible. Sometimes I would even witness to my boys. You know what I'm saying?
No, I was not doing that.
But I'm just saying, like, sometimes I would talk to my boys about God and stuff, but I just had an understanding. I had knowledge.
He was more, to me, I feel like he was more advanced in that department.
That's because I grew up in it, like, from.
I know.
And my mom, she always would, like, that's like, I didn't do certain things growing up because of that.
My parents, they were in the church, but when I was young, you know, my parents would, like, my dad, like, every year during January, what is it, New Year's Eve, we would always have a party. Like, he would throw a party. He loved music. He would have, like, the big speakers and stuff, and he would be playing, like, music loud. Like, our house was like the house.
Yeah.
It was the house. Like, everybody was there. Everybody would come over. They were mom and dad to the neighborhood kids. The neighborhood, my brothers and sisters, girlfriend, boyfriends. Like, it is what it is. I have 6 sisters, 4 brothers, so think about that. They would have their boyfriends, girlfriends come over, and it would be like that. But once my dad and mom got saved, that all got cut out. Like, it was a shocker to me, because I'm like, this is so boring.
It's a whole different lifestyle.
And I'm sitting there like, this New Year's Eve, like, what are we gonna do? We're just sitting here doing nothing. He went and bought some sparkling cider. That's what we would have. Well, that's what I would have when we was doing parties too. But that was like the only thing that was like, oh, Happy New Year. Yeah, time for the bed. Like, it was not like an all night type of thing how we used to do, and it was like really crazy to me, because I'm like, well, this is boring. Like, is this all we're supposed to do? Like, what else is there to do? And then when I met him, both of us were still out in the world doing our own thing.
Yeah. But like I knew, like,
I don't even know where I was going with that, but yeah.
No, I mean, you were basically saying that, like when you were very young, you didn't really have like a Christian base.
Yeah.
But then, like, it came like when you were a little bit older.
You knew.
That's what you were saying.
Yeah. He knew so much more than me, which he's still doing. I'm still trying to learn, and sometimes it's so hard because he like asks me stuff, and I be feeling all bad, like, how do I know this? And I be feeling like,
but even on that, like, that's just that's a matter of us, like, being more on point with, like, studying with each other, because I do a lot of studying on my own, but it's like studying with each other more. We study with each other, but not as often as I would like, or as often as we should be studying with each other the scriptures and getting an understanding for each other with that. So that's a whole nother topic though that we could talk about.
The next question was advice before getting married. that she asked
Roxy too.
Yep, all of these questions right here.
Dang.
Well, when we got saved, we started to read the Bible together over the phone.
Yeah.
Read the Bible together over the phone and pray together over the phone before we went to sleep. We never got off the phone with each other. Even after we prayed and read the Bible, we stayed on the phone with each other. We slept on the phone.
So my advice before getting married,
love one another.
how you know I was about to say that? How did you know I was about to say that?
I didn't even know you was going to say that.
I was about to say that. I was really about to say that. Like love intentionally. Like give all that you can, you know what I'm saying, to this person. Not like everything as far as like your body or anything like that. But I mean, like, try to give your attention. You know, try to give whatever you can to this person to express that you really are trying to move forward with this person. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you have to guard your heart with certain things. You can't like give absolutely everything. Like I said, you don't want to be giving up your body to this person because that could really, to me, it could really taint the way that your feelings towards this person and blind you from certain things, not noticing and not paying attention to certain things about a person.
I'm sorry. And I have to give it up to my parents because they're the ones who told me not to have sex. I love my parents.
That's definitely good. That's good. But my advice is to, you know what I'm saying, like, be open. You know what I'm saying? Once again, communicate. Get all of the questions out on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you want to know about this person, you need to find out about them. You know what I'm saying? Ask them everything. Everything that you wonder about them, ask them. And if they're willing to answer those questions and they give you answers that you are happy with, you know what I'm saying, then it might be, good to think about moving to the next level. Not necessarily go to the next level, but you think about it. Like, ask them everything. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to the radio the other day and they were talking about struggling with pornography. And asking that question is a tough question to ask somebody. And the lady that was on there, she was like, I can't move forward with somebody that's struggling with pornography. Even asking that question just to find out, like, if it's something that you actually think you want to deal with, it's a true honest thing. And if the person is willing to be vulnerable enough to answer that question for you, yes, I do struggle with pornography and I'm working on it. I'm working to try to get through it. And I got accountability people to go to about it, even when I do struggle, or it's not something that I struggle with. That's a tough question. And those tough questions are the questions that you want to be open to before you go into a marriage relationship with somebody. Boom.
The last question from Roxy is thoughts about taking trips together as boyfriend and girlfriend if you're not married, or get separate rooms, or should you get separate rooms when you take trips? So our first trip together was when we went to Alabama.
That was our first trip together?
When we was looking for a house for your mom. I mean, I came up here before it wasn't like boyfriend and girlfriend. I would come up here, but it wasn't a trip, basically. Because we were still staying together in the same house.
Yeah, because you was coming to visit.
Right.
She's talking about
the first trip, like I said, was we were going to Alabama. Was looking for his mom's house. Because her job was moving to Alabama. Yeah, that was our first trip.
But we were still staying with my mom, though. So it's like different than like if somebody was to go on a trip.
But we never had a trip by ourselves with being.
But they're not asking us what did we do. They asking what should they do. I think it's fine to take the trip with your boyfriend or girlfriend. It's just as far as staying in separate rooms with each other. I think is a smart idea. To stay in separate rooms with each other, simply because when you're trying to live a lifestyle that is pure, like where you're trying not to give your body to this other person that you love so much, it makes it difficult when you guys are staying in the same room with each other overnight. And so that's where we would go into stuff like, you know, not kissing and stuff like that. We used to tell our friends, like, it's probably not a good idea to do stuff like that, especially when you are in a very vulnerable position, like being at nighttime when it's just y'all two together. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying not to give your body, it's just smart to leave those types of temptations away. Now, obviously, if you out like in the middle of with a bunch of people and stuff like that, you know, and you kiss this person, then you're not gonna fall into the temptation of, you know, y'all just going crazy and doing something in the middle of the street with people. But when you're in a situation, it just opens up doors that you would not want open when you're laying next to this person in the bed on a trip. But the same thing can go for even if y'all are staying in separate rooms. I mean, what's to stop you from going to this person's room and laying in the bed with them? So if y'all are staying in the same room, sleeping on the floor and on the bed is a good idea. But it's really gonna be just a matter of you guys maintaining a level of discipline with each other, the same way that you would be if you were at home. Being on a vacation doesn't change that. Obviously, you feel a little bit more loose, you feel a little bit more comfortable because you're on a vacation. You're like, all right, what happens. You know, you're thinking all of these things, but the same things can happen when you're at home. So you have to maintain the same level of discipline that you're maintaining at home. And I mean, you know, because things can happen at home, on vacation, wherever you go. So it's all about being disciplined.
And that's why it was good for us, because we had a long distance relationship. He was living up here in Northern Virginia, and I was living back home in Blackstone, Virginia, which is where his grandma lives. That is why he would be able to like come and visit and stuff. But our long distance relationship helped us not be able to.
It kept us away from the temptation, of being with each other on a more consistent basis. Now we did fall a couple times, or a lot of times, when we would be together. The long distance helped us to keep away from each other, and
which I really liked, because when I would see him, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like my heart will melt. I'll start feeling like butterflies and stuff. So like it's my first time seeing him again, like for the first time, and it just made me feel so good, like to be, you know, us having that time apart. And some people don't like to have a long distance relationship. But
yeah, I liked it. It gave us that. It definitely helped our relationship with each other, because a lot of times, I don't know if it was just that, like when you're with somebody, sometimes you see them so often, it's like
you get on my nerves.
Yeah, like, but I mean, and then at the same time, like that could happen in our marriage, but it has not happened. But it's just like that long distance helped us to be able to.
But don't get me wrong, like he do be getting on my nerves sometimes, but it's not like he get on my nerves like I don't want him around. Like I want to be like around him all the time. Don't do me like that.
That's how you doing me with your really words. Close. Get off of me.
And I just like to be close to him.
Okay.
And even though, like I said, he gets on my nerves sometimes, yes. I get on his nerves sometimes, yes. But hopefully he don't be feeling like he don't want to be around me at all. I don't know. I mean, he never said that, but he knows how I am. And I just like to be close to him and next to him. I will be in his face. If I could be in his face all the time and just smell him, yeah, that's just me.
It's weird.
It's not weird.
Smelling my drawers at night.
I love him so much, guys. Y'all don't.
You didn't say you don't smell my drawers at night.
I mean, you never know what I do.
Wow. What's the next question?
I love him, guys. I love you. I love you too, baby. Like a whole lot.
When are y'all moving to Texas? We not moving to Texas. Okay, we're gonna come visit. But we ain't moving out there, okay? It's just not happening, all right? We not going from Virginia all the way to Texas. It's not happening. Why? We come visit. Y'all come visit us. We not moving out there, Peaches, okay? We see your name on there, Jocelyn.
Love you, Peaches.
We love you, but look, we're not moving to Texas. Don't keep asking me about moving to Texas. Okay? The Lord has not placed that on the hearts of men. Okay? He put that on your heart, or you put that on your heart, and saying that you might maybe feel that it could possibly be the Lord, but there has been no confirmation of this. We ain't moving to Texas. We gonna come visit one of these here days, okay? But we not moving up out there, all right? And that's all we got to say about it.
All right, guys. So that's the end of our question and answer. I really enjoyed doing that, guys.
Thank y'all so much for all the questions.
Please, if you guys have more questions, because I really like to do that. I really like to do these type of videos, just to be able to sit down and talk to you guys. I like to be able to just like be real with you guys, which I like a lot, and that's why we're thinking about doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Because we like to talk, and that's probably why our video is going to be really long, and that's why I gotta be 2 parts. But yes, if you guys have any more questions, please comment them down below, or you can send them in my DM on Instagram or Facebook. All of that will be in the description box below as well, guys. I guess that's it. Just make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when we
comment.
What is it? When we upload a new video.
Yeah, we put the video up.
So, alright guys, I'm tired. It is 11:14 p.m. and we have church in the morning. So
yeah.
And we gotta go get the kids tomorrow. So
yeah.
We'll see you guys later.
Peace. Peace. Alright. Oh my goodness. Come on. I want to go get, I know, see, it's late. I want to get some cake. Do you? Alright, go make some chicken for me.
Oh my God.
Wow. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. We just said that.
I can't.